My name is Michael, and I never believed in fate until it handed me the most painful lesson of my life. For 10 years, I built my world around one woman, my wife, Sophia. She was my heart, my home, my everything. But she shattered me with betrayal so deep, I thought I would never recover. What she didn't realize was that my silence wasn't weakness. It was the calm before the storm. And when I struck back, I made sure her entire world came crashing down. I met Sophia in college. She was bright, charming, with a laugh that drew people in like moths to a flame. I wasn't the kind of guy women chased. I was quiet, focused on my engineering degree, dreaming of one day starting my own tech company. But Sophia noticed me. She said I had a mind that saw the world differently, that my seriousness balanced her wild spirit. We fell in love fast. We moved in together after graduation, married within 2 years, and built a modest life in the suburbs. When my startup took off, we upgraded to a beautiful home, traveled often, and lived the life most people dream about. People envied us. They said we were the perfect couple. And for the longest time, I believed we were. The first cracks were subtle. Late-night girls' outings that stretched until morning. New dresses, lingerie receipts I hadn't seen before. A shift in her phone habits, always locked, always face down, always glued to her hand. But every time my gut whispered, I silenced it. Because how could Sophia, my Sophia, betray me? The truth slapped me across the face one Thursday afternoon. I had left work early, planning to surprise her with dinner reservations for our anniversary weekend. Her car was in the driveway, but her phone was pinging in the kitchen. I picked it up, intending to call her, and then I saw it. A string of messages from someone saved as Ava. But Ava wasn't a woman. The messages were explicit. Pictures, videos, Sophia in hotel rooms, in lingerie, smiling in ways I hadn't seen in years. Except it wasn't for me. My legs gave out. My stomach churned. I remember sitting on the cold tile, phone in my hand, heart pounding so violently I thought I might pass out. When she came home that night, I didn't say a word. I simply placed the phone on the counter. She froze, color draining from her face. Michael, don't. I interrupted. Not tonight. She reached for me, tears brimming in her eyes, but I stepped back. Something inside me had snapped, and when a man like me breaks, he doesn't lash out. He plans. For weeks, I played the role of the broken but forgiving husband. I let her think she had convinced me it was a mistake, a lapse, that she was choosing me. She begged. She promised. She tried to seduce me into forgetting. I nodded, smiled, touched her hand. But inside, I was building the perfect revenge. I hired a private investigator. Every time she slipped away, I knew where she went. Every hotel, every rendezvous, every lie. The man's name was Anthony, a slick financial advisor, already married with 2 kids. The hypocrisy made me sick. He had a family at home while sneaking into hotel rooms with my wife. Once I had the proof, I started moving my chess pieces. I quietly transferred assets, shifted money from our joint accounts, secure my business shares under my sole ownership. Sophia had no idea that while she was sneaking out for stolen kisses, I was dismantling her entire safety net. I befriended Anthony's wife online, a harmless networking connection at first. Then I slipped her pieces of evidence, photos, messages, screenshots, Her devastation mirrored mine, but unlike me, she exploded. She threatened Anthony with divorce, custody battles, financial ruin. Meanwhile, I prepared for finale. On our 10th wedding anniversary, Sophia planned a grand dinner party at our home. Friends, family, colleagues, everyone important was invited. She wore a silver dress, smiled as though nothing in the world was wrong, played the role of the perfect wife. Halfway through dinner, I stood and tapped my glass. I'd like to thank everyone for being here tonight to celebrate 10 years of marriage. Sophia beamed at me, tears glistening in her eyes. She thought I was about to make a loving toast. Instead, I pulled out a projector remote. The lights dimmed, and on the wall, a slideshow began. Pictures of Sophia and Anthony, hotel receipts, explicit messages, video clips that left no doubt. Gasps filled the room. Her parents looked horrified. Our friends shifted uncomfortably. Sophia's smile crumbled, her body trembling as she covered her face. "This," I said calmly, "is what my wife has been doing while I've been building our life together." Silence followed, broken only by Sophia's sobs. Then I turned to Anthony's wife, who stood in the corner, her arms crossed, her face pale but resolute. And she's not the only victim here. The party ended in chaos. Guests rushed out. Sophia begged me, on her knees, tears soaking the carpet. But I simply walked upstairs, packed a bag, and left. That was the last night we lived under the same roof. And yet, my revenge was only half done. After that night, Sophia's life began to unravel at a speed she couldn't control. Her family shunned her. Her friends cut ties, unwilling to be associated with the scandal. The hospital where she worked found out through whispers that spread like wildfire. Her reputation was in ruins. I filed for divorce the very next day. By then, I had already moved our finances beyond her reach. When she tried to fight for half, she discovered that the accounts were nearly empty and the business untouchable. My lawyer presented ironclad documents, signed transfers, legal protections I had arranged months earlier. Sophia walked into court expecting a fair share. She walked out with almost nothing. Anthony wasn't any luckier. His wife filed for divorce, demanded custody, and exposed his affair at his firm. He lost clients, credibility, and within months, his job. But Sophia suffered the most. She showed up at my apartment one night, her eyes swollen from crying, her voice trembling. "Michael," she whispered, "please, I've lost everything. I only ever wanted you. I don't know what I was thinking. Please give me another chance." I looked at her, the woman who once promised forever, who had thrown it all away for fleeting lust. And I felt nothing, no love, no pity, just a quiet satisfaction. "You wanted excitement," I said coldly. "Now live with the chaos you created." Her tears streamed harder. She reached for my hand, but I stepped back. "You didn't just betray me, Sophia. You betrayed us. You betrayed every vow, every dream, every promise. And now you're just another lesson." I closed the door. Months passed. My company flourished. I invested in new ventures, traveled freely, surrounded myself with loyal people who value trust. My life became bigger, brighter, better. Sophia's life, on the other hand, spiraled. I heard through mutual acquaintances that she had moved into a small apartment, struggling to pay rent, working long shifts just to scrape by. No family support, no friends, no lover. One afternoon, I saw her at a cafe. She sat alone, staring blankly at her coffee cup. Her once vibrant face looked hollow, aged by guilt and regret. Our eyes met briefly. She tried to smile, but it faltered into a grimace. And in that moment, I knew my revenge was complete. Not because she lost everything, but because she would live the rest of her life haunted by what she destroyed with her own hands. I walked past her without a word, without a glance back. Because true revenge isn't about destroying someone physically. It's about making them live forever with the ghosts of their choices. And that is exactly what I gave Sophia.